In the annals of British television, few sitcoms evoke as much nostalgic warmth and genuine laughter as George and Mildred, emerging from the runaway success of Man About the House. This spin-off carved its own indelible mark on the 1970s, captivating audiences with its charmingly mismatched protagonists and their everyday struggles in the leafy suburbs. Yootha, Joyce, and Brian Murphy, as the titular Mildred and George Roper, became household names, their on-screen chemistry and impeccable comedic timing a weekly dose of relatable satire. Yet, behind the laughter track and the familiar bickering, the lives of the actors who brought these beloved characters to life unfolded in ways that often mirrored the unpredictable nature of life itself. While their on-screen personas provided consistent comedic relief, their personal journeys were marked by triumphs, challenges, and ultimately, the inevitable passage of time. The bright glare of the television spotlight, once so intense, eventually faded, leaving behind stories of lives lived, legacies forged, and in some cases, poignant reminders of human fragility. The cast of George and Mildred was an ensemble of talent, each actor contributing their unique spark to the show's enduring appeal. From the perpetually exasperated Mildred to the endearingly lazy George, from the snobbish neighbors Jeffrey and to the various colorful characters who populated their world. Each performer played a crucial role in creating the comedic tapestry that resonated so deeply with viewers across the nation. But where are the faces that once graced our screens every week? What paths did their lives take after the final curtain call? For some, lasting fame and continued success beckoned. For others, a quieter existence away from the public eye was the chosen path. And for some, their stories took unforeseen and sometimes tragic turns, leaving behind legacies tinged with both admiration and sorrow. Join us as we delve into the real lives behind the laughter, exploring the journeys of the beloved cast of George and Mildred. Discover the stories that unfolded once the cameras stopped rolling, the triumphs and tribulations that shaped their paths, and the enduring ways in which they are remembered today. The stories that lie ahead are as varied and compelling as the characters they so brilliantly portrayed. For many, Yootha Joyce was Mildred Roper. With her sharp wit, upwardly mobile aspirations, and perpetual exasperation with her layabout husband, Joyce breathed life into a character that resonated with a generation. At 49, when George and Mildred premiered, she already possessed a wealth of acting experience, primarily on stage and in supporting television roles. However, it was her portrayal of Mildred that truly cemented her place in British popular culture. She masterfully conveyed Mildred's social climbing ambitions and her underlying affection for George, even amidst their constant bickering. Her impeccable comic timing and expressive face were central to the show's humor, offering a biting yet endearing commentary on class dynamics in 1970s Britain. While Mildred navigated the comedic frustrations of suburban life on screen, Yootha Joyce faced her own personal battles away from the cameras. Married to actor Glenn Edwards in 1956, their union ended in divorce in 1968. This period marked the beginning of a growing isolation for Joyce, a solitude that she reportedly struggled with. Unbeknownst to many of her colleagues and the adoring public, Joyce privately battled alcoholism for years. This hidden addiction took a significant toll on her health, a secret burden she carried while delivering consistently stellar comedic performances. Tragically, this long-fought struggle ultimately led to her premature death. Just 4 days after celebrating her 53rd birthday, on August 24, 1980, Yootha Joyce passed away due to complications arising from chronic liver failure. Her death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left a void in British comedy. The loss of such a talented and beloved actress at a relatively young age was deeply mourned, a stark reminder of the fragility that can lie beneath even the most vibrant on-screen personas. Though her life was cut short, Yootha Joyce's portrayal of Mildred Roper remains an iconic and enduring comedic creation, forever etched in the memories of those who laughed along with her suburban escapades. before she graced our screens as the irrepressible Mona Robinson. Katherine Helmont had already carved out a significant and respected career in the entertainment industry. Born in Galveston, Texas, in 1929, Helmont brought a wealth of experience and a distinctive charm to the role of Angela Bower's witty and often delightfully mischievous mother. At the age of 55, when Who's the Boss premiered, she wasn't just playing a character. She was embodying a seasoned woman who had seen her share of life and wasn't afraid to offer her often unsolicited, yet usually spot-on advice with a twinkle in her eye and a sharp, humorous edge. Helmont's portrayal of Mona was a masterclass in comedic timing and natural charisma. She effortlessly stole scenes with her deadpan delivery, her knowing glances, and her unwavering support, albeit sometimes with a sly agenda, for Angela and the unconventional family dynamic that unfolded with Tony's arrival. Mona was the quintessential cool grandmother, independent, quick-witted, and always ready with a comforting word or a playful jab. Her presence added a layer of warmth and humor that was essential to the show's success, making her a firm fan favorite. Prior to Who's the Boss, Helmont was perhaps best known for her iconic role as the ditzy and endearing Jessica Tate in the groundbreaking dark comedy series Soap. This role showcased her exceptional talent for physical comedy and her ability to find humor in even the most absurd situations. Her work on Soap had already established her as a comedic force to be reckoned with, and Mona Robinson only further solidified this reputation for a new generation of viewers. Following her successful run on Who's the Boss, Helmont continued to work steadily in television, including a recurring role as Deborah Barone's mother, Lois Whalen, in the beloved sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond, adding another memorable character to her impressive resume. Her talents also extended to the big screen, with notable appearances in Terry Gilliam's surreal masterpiece, Brazil, and the whimsical adventure film Time Bandits, demonstrating her versatility beyond the sitcom format. While Katherine Helmont's on-screen persona was vibrant and often larger than life, her personal life was reportedly much quieter and more private. She married David Christian in 1962, and their union remained a constant in her life until her passing. In her later years, Helmont faced the challenging realities of Alzheimer's disease, a difficult health battle that she navigated with the same grace and dignity she often portrayed on screen. Katherine Helmont passed away on February 23, 2019, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 89. Her passing marked the loss of a truly gifted actress who brought joy and laughter to countless viewers through her memorable characters. Today, she is remembered not only for her sharp wit and impeccable comedic timing, but also for the warmth and humanity she infused into every role she played, leaving behind a legacy of delightful performances that continue to bring smiles to audiences worldwide. Mona Robinson, the martini-loving, advice-giving matriarch, remains a testament to her enduring talent and a cherished part of television history. Norman Echley stepped into the role of Jeffrey Fourmile, the Ropers' perpetually irritated and snobbish neighbor, with a distinguished air that perfectly embodied the character's middle-class aspirations and disdain for George's perceived crudeness. At 31, when George and Mildred first aired, Echley had already built a solid career in television, often playing sophisticated or upper-class roles. His portrayal of Jeffrey was crucial to the show's comedic dynamic, providing a constant source of friction and highlighting the social contrasts that underpinned much of the humor. Jeffrey's thinly veiled contempt for George and his long-suffering patience with Anne's attempts at diplomacy created countless memorable and often cringeworthy moments. Off-screen, Echley's life took a different trajectory as the intense fame of George and Mildred began to wane. The script mentions his earlier marriage to actress Lynette Braid ending in divorce. As the spotlight shifted, Echley consciously chose to step away from the forefront of show business. While he continued to act in occasional roles, he largely transitioned to a quieter life, pursuing other interests away from the public eye. Details about these pursuits remain scarce, as Echley deliberately maintained a low profile in his later years. As of 2025, at the age of 79, Norman Echley reportedly remains in good health, enjoying a peaceful life far removed from the comedic chaos of the Ropers' suburban existence. Despite his choice to step back from the limelight, his portrayal of the snobbish yet ultimately harmless Jeffrey Fourmile remains a fondly remembered part of Britain's comedy legacy. He embodied the aspirations and anxieties of a particular social strata, and his interactions with the Ropers provided a rich vein of humor that continues to resonate with audiences today. Sheila Fern brought a gentle warmth and patient understanding to the character of Fourmile, Jeffrey's often beleaguered but ever supportive wife. At 36, when George and Mildred premiered, Fern was already a familiar face on British television, having appeared in various popular series. Her portrayal of and provided a crucial balance to the comedic friction between the Ropers and the snobbish Jeffrey, often caught in the middle of their conflicts, and served as a voice of reason and a source of quiet empathy. Her mild exasperation with Jeffrey's social climbing and George's crudeness delivered with a charmingly understated humor. Off-camera, Fern led a steady and relatively private life. While the script notes her appearance in several popular television programs before George and Mildred, it was her role as Fourmile that likely brought her the widest recognition. Following the conclusion of the series, Fern chose to step away from the acting profession in the mid-1980s. This decision coincided with her marriage to playwright David Llewellyn, and she prioritized focusing on her family life away from the demands and scrutiny of the spotlight. As of 2025, at the age of 84, Sheila Fern continues to live quietly and out of the public eye, while she may have chosen a life away from the screen. Her elegant and calming presence as Fourmile remains a cherished memory for fans of George and Mildred. She brought a much-needed element of kindness and stability to the chaotic world of the Ropers and their neighbors, and her portrayal continues to be appreciated as part of Britain's beloved classic television. Averil Elgar stepped into the role of Ethel, Mildred's often condescending and wealth-flaunting sister, with a refined air that perfectly underscored the character's snobbish tendencies. At 44, when George and Mildred began, Elgar was already a well-respected actress with a distinguished career spanning both stage and screen. Her portrayal of Ethel added a layer of sharp, ironic humor to the sitcom, heightening the amusing family tensions and providing a clear contrast to the Ropers' more down-to-earth lifestyle. Ethel's frequent visits were often marked by thinly veiled attempts to assert her social and financial superiority, much to Mildred's chagrin and George's amusement. In her real life, Averil Elgar enjoyed a respected and enduring career in the acting profession. The script rightly highlights her marriage to fellow actor James Maxwell, a relationship that lasted for decades until his passing in 1995. Theirs was a union of two individuals dedicated to the craft of acting. Elgar continued to work in the industry following George and Mildred, appearing in various television productions and stage plays, further solidifying her reputation as a versatile and accomplished performer. As she aged, Elgar gradually stepped back from the demanding schedule of acting, enjoying the fruits of a long and successful career. She passed away on September 17, 2021, at the age of 89, leaving behind a proud legacy of memorable performances. While Ethel might have been a character designed to create comedic friction, Averil Elgar's talent and dedication earned her the respect and fond memories of audiences who appreciated her contributions to British entertainment. Nicholas Bond Owen holds a unique place in the George and Mildred cast, having brought to life the innocent and often unintentionally disruptive presence of Tristram Fourmile, the young son of Geoffrey and Anne. At just 8 years old when the series began, Bond Owen's portrayal of Tristram offered a refreshing perspective amidst the adult-centered storylines. His curious questions and childish mischief often served to highlight the absurdities of the grown-ups, social posturing, and petty squabbles, adding a layer of endearing humor to the sitcom. Tristram's interactions with George, in particular, often provided moments of genuine warmth and amusement. unlike many child actors who continue their careers into adulthood. Nicholas Owen chose a different path. While the script notes that he continued to act in a few roles throughout the 1980s, he ultimately made the decision to leave the acting profession during his teenage years. This transition marked a significant shift in his life, as he moved away from the public eye and the demands of the entertainment industry. Following his departure from acting, Owen embarked on a career far removed from the world of television. He moved into the publishing and distribution industry, building a stable and presumably less scrutinized life away from the spotlight. Details about his specific roles and achievements in this field remain private, reflecting his choice for a more low-key existence. As of 2025, at the age of 56, Nicholas Owen is reported to be living a quiet life. While his time as a child actor was relatively brief, his portrayal of the cheeky and inquisitive Tristram Fourmile remains a fond memory for many who grew up watching George and Mildred. He represented the innocent observer in a world of suburban social climbing, and his youthful charm undoubtedly contributed to the show's enduring appeal. Jeremy Bulloch's connection to George and Mildred was brief but nonetheless noteworthy, appearing in a single episode as the polite young man named Bill Albright. At 33 during his guest appearance, Bulock brought a quiet charm and a strong presence to his scenes, even in a relatively minor role. His interaction with the Ropers, though fleeting, added a touch of everyday life intersecting with their suburban eccentricities. Even in this smaller part, Bullock's professional demeanor and engaging screen presence were evident. However, it is for a far more iconic role that Jeremy Bulloch achieved lasting international fame. As the script rightly points out, he became a legend to millions of fans for his portrayal of the enigmatic bounty hunter Boba Fett in the original Star Wars trilogy. This role, despite its limited screen time, resonated deeply with audiences, solidifying Bullock's place in science fiction history. The mystique and cool demeanor he brought to Boba Fett created a character that continues to captivate generations. In his personal life, Bullock married his wife Maureen in 1963, and they built a happy family life together, raising 3 children. Away from the galaxy far, far away, he cherished his family and enjoyed a more private existence. In his later years, however, Bullock faced the challenges of Parkinson's disease, a condition that significantly affected his health and mobility. Jeremy Bulloch passed away on December 17, 2020, at the age of 75. While his appearance in George and Mildred was a small footnote in his extensive career, his indelible portrayal of Boba Fett cemented his status as a beloved figure in popular culture. His ability to bring memorable presence to both minor and major roles speaks to his talent as an actor, leaving behind a legacy that extends far beyond the suburban world of George and Mildred Roper. James Cosmo's contribution to George and Mildred, much like Jeremy Bulloch's, was in a single, yet memorable guest appearance. At 29, when he took on the role of Keith, a blunt and down-to-earth repairman, Cosmo brought a dose of real-world grit to the often comical chaos of the Ropers' lives. Even in a minor character role, his strong and grounded presence made Keith stand out, offering a brief but authentic glimpse into the world outside the suburban bubble. Cosmo's portrayal added a touch of believability to the comedic narrative, a no-nonsense individual amidst the Ropers' eccentricities. However, James Cosmo's career trajectory soared far beyond this single episode. As the script correctly highlights, he went on to build an impressive and remarkably versatile career in film and television. His imposing presence and ability to portray both tough and sympathetic characters led to memorable roles in iconic films such as Braveheart and Trainspotting, as well as the hugely popular television series Game of Thrones. Cosmo's talent for bringing depth and authenticity to a wide range of characters has made him a respected and sought-after actor in the industry. In his personal life, Cosmo married Annie Harris in the year 2000, and they have 2 children, maintaining a warm family life alongside his demanding acting career. As of 2025, at the age of 76, James Cosmo continues to be an active and respected figure in the entertainment world. His enduring career, marked by versatility and a commanding screen presence, stands as a testament to his talent and dedication, a far cry from the brief encounter he had with George and Mildred Roper. Gretchen Franklin brought a formidable and often hilariously acerbic presence to the role of Mother, Mildred's sharp-tongued and domineering mother. At 65, when she first appeared in George and Mildred, Franklin was already a familiar face on British television, possessing a wealth of experience in character roles. Her portrayal of Mother added a crucial layer of comedic tension to the show. Her biting remarks and classic British matriarchal energy often directed squarely at George, much to Mildred's conflicted amusement. Franklin expertly captured the essence of a meddling, yet somehow endearing mother figure, enriching the show's family dynamics with her memorable performances. In her real life, Gretchen Franklin was a respected and recognizable actress on both stage and screen. While the script mentions her best-known role as Ethel Skinner in the long-running soap opera EastEnders, her career spanned numerous other productions, showcasing her versatility and talent for character work. Unlike some of her George and Mildred co-stars, Franklin never married and had no children, dedicating her life primarily to her craft. She was a committed and respected member of the acting community, known for her professionalism and the depth she brought to her roles. After a long and successful career that spanned decades, Gretchen Franklin passed away on July 11, 2005, at the age of 94. Her passing marked the loss of a familiar and much-loved figure in British entertainment. While her role as Mildred's mother in George and Mildred was just one facet of her extensive career, it remains a memorable one. Her sharp wit and commanding presence leaving an indelible mark on the show's comedic landscape. John Lyons brought a subtle yet effective comedic presence to the lively pub scenes in George and Mildred, portraying the often unnamed barman. At 33, when the series began, Lyons' role was to provide a backdrop of dry humor and understated reactions to George and his friends' pub antics. His character often served as a silent observer, his facial expressions and occasional deadpan remarks adding to the comedic atmosphere of these social gatherings. While not a central character, the barman's presence contributed to the overall charm and relatability of George's world. In his real life, John Lyons found greater and more sustained fame in a very different kind of role. As the script rightly points out, he achieved significant success as Detective Sergeant George Tulin in the long-running and critically acclaimed crime drama A Touch of Frost, starring alongside David Jason. This role showcased Lyons' versatility as an actor, demonstrating his ability to portray a serious and dependable character, a far cry from the more comedic roles he often played in his earlier career. While Lyons achieved considerable public recognition through A Touch of Frost, he reportedly maintained a stable and relatively private family life. Details about his personal affairs remain largely out of the public eye, reflecting his preference for a more low-key existence away from the intense scrutiny that can accompany fame. After retiring from acting, John Lyons continued to live a quiet life. As of 2025, at the age of 81, he is remembered not only for his dependable presence behind the bar in George and Mildred, but also, and perhaps more prominently, for his long-standing role as the steadfast D.S. Tulin. His career stands as a testament to his adaptability as an actor, having brightened many classic television productions with his reliable and engaging performances in both comedic and dramatic roles. The journey through the lives of the George and Mildred cast reveals a tapestry as varied and engaging as the sitcom itself. From the brilliant comedic partnership of Yootha Joyce and Brian Murphy, whose on-screen chemistry masked personal struggles and enduring professionalism respectively, to the supporting players who each brought their unique flavor to the suburban world of the Ropers. Their stories extend far beyond the laughter track and familiar theme tune. We've seen how the intense glare of fame illuminated some paths brightly, leading to continued success and iconic roles. As in the case of James Cosmo and albeit in a different genre, Jeremy Bulock. Others, like Sheila Fern and Nicholas Owen, chose quieter lives away from the demands of the entertainment industry, prioritizing family and personal pursuits. Tragically, the vibrant life of Roy Kinnear was cut short, a stark reminder of life's unpredictability and the importance of safety within the demanding world of filmmaking. And for some, like Joyce, personal battles cast a long shadow, ultimately leading to premature loss, a poignant contrast to the joy they brought to millions. Reflecting on the ensemble, it's evident that lasting fame takes many forms. While Murphy and Joyce became synonymous with their iconic roles, others like John Lyons found sustained recognition in different projects. Some, like Norman Echley, consciously receded from the spotlight, while the contributions of character actors like Gretchen Franklin and Norman Mitchell, though perhaps less individually celebrated, were crucial in building the rich comedic worlds they inhabited. Even the brief appearances, such as those of Derek Deadman and Pat Coombs, left indelible marks on the episodes they graced. The enduring appeal of George and Mildred lies not only in its timeless humor, but also in the connection viewers felt with its characters. Exploring the real lives behind these beloved personas offers a deeper appreciation for the talent, dedication, and ultimately, the human experiences of the actors who brought them to life. Their stories, some marked by triumph, others by tragedy, serve as a reminder that beyond the screen, each performer navigated the complexities of life, leaving behind legacies that continue to resonate with audiences who fondly remember the mismatched couple from the suburbs. The laughter they created endures, a testament to their talent and the enduring magic of television.